Like, this is a very amazing event. The three great weapons were the bow and arrow, the spear, and the horse. It completely transformed humanity. The Aryans do this, and they go from a small group of people who were living in marginal land to conquering the Iranian plateau, and they name it after themselves. Iran is Aryan. It's just another way of saying Aryan. There are two countries on earth today named after the Aryans, Iran and Ern. Ern in English is called Ireland. Ireland is actually Ern, and it's Aryan. So the Aryans conquered the Iranian plateau, and then they did something really interesting because they have this weapon that nobody can stop them. They break up into three groups. One group goes and conquers about 70% of India. The other group stays in Iran, and today are the Pashtun, the Tajiks, the Dari, the Baluchis, the Sistanis, the Kurds, and the Persians. And then the third group goes to the Caucasus Mountains, and then little by little decides the Caucasus isn't big enough for them, and breaks up into smaller groups that then subsequently invade Europe. The first group to do so was the Celts. Now, they went in a counterintuitive direction to get to Europe. Instead of going through Russia and Ukraine, it's just right there. They went through Iraq, Palestine, Egypt. They crossed all the way across North Africa. By the way, when they were in Iraq, they discovered the most beautiful sound ever made, the bagpipe. The bagpipe was invented in Iraq, and they fell in love with it, and they took it with them. And then they got to North Africa and left the bagpipe behind. Today, there's still traditional folk music, bagpipe music in Tunisia. And then they crossed the Straits of Gibraltar, and they went from migratory to conquerors, and they conquered everything from Spain to Britain, through Germany, through Poland, into the Balkans, and they looped back, and they ended up conquering central Turkey. So central Turkey is Galatia, southern Poland is Galician, France is Gaul, northwestern Spain is Galicia. It's all another way of saying Celt. So land of the Celts. Then subsequent waves of more Aryans went in, Romans, Greeks, Albanians, Slavs, and they ultimately ended up overrunning the native population of Europe. So because I keep using the term Aryan, somebody's going to go, okay, wait a minute, Indians are dark, and Persians don't have blonde hair and blue eyes very often. It happens, but it's rare. So what's with this? So when those populations conquered India and Europe, they bred into the local population, and the conquerors were a minority. So if you just think about the genetics here for a second, right? If you're a minority and you've been around in an area for 3,000 years, your DNA gets sucked up really fast by the majority. And so you're going to end up looking like the population you conquered.